We know who we're breeding Gizmo with if it ever needs to happen because the puppies would be perfect. I mean, all I'm saying. Oh, Lizzie, I will. Thank you. Better today. How are you? I'm doing good. Tired, but good. Good. Overall. Gonna do fun things. I fucking love this. Lego is very, very fun. If you've never done it and you like to do little things with your hands, like building stuff, it's very pleasing. I don't get it. It reminds me of playing with a fidget toy, honestly. Like one of those fidget cubes where it's got lots of different clickies because it's all the different clickies. It's very satisfying. I also got more little baggies and I put this was like the quote unquote extra pieces or maybe use later pieces. I did baggie those like you guys suggested. And I'm on bag 4. But yeah, I think I'm literally, hold on. I'm going to look at the instructions for a bit because it's literally, I think it says just like go back to this step and do it 4 times. That. Bag 4. Oh, we're putting pieces onto the piece we made. That's why I was confused. Okay. I get it. We're an ASMR stream now. Welcome. To the side with you. I want to put this on something so you guys can see it. I have a lazy Susan. I have an idea. Hold up. I have a lazy Susan and an idea. I'm going to have a couple balls. Dude, look, Will, what I've already done. We did this last weekend. I got a lot done last weekend. Basically, the entire inner mechanism for him. And it's my first one. And I didn't fuck it up. Looks like he actually enjoys himself and says bro a lot. Oh, my God. Bro, dude. I say bro a lot. And dude. And I am an old. Hold on. Let me get something to put this up so I can show you guys. It's BB-8. It's Lego BB-8. The box is behind me. I know it's kind of obscured because I don't want to hit it with my chair, but this is what we're building. Just making a platform so everyone can see it. What up, Setsume? How are you? Do you love your vape? How does it feel? Like, I know yesterday I was like, be careful, you don't want to get too high. But for real, like, how does it feel? Just comparatively, how is like the high for you? It's really fun. It's my first one ever, and I'm literally having a blast building it and just like chilling with stream. This is so dusty. I gotta. Living in the desert's a dusty existence. Wait, you don't have kids to play with Legos? I know. I know. I don't. It's crazy. I am a child at heart. I'm like the world's best babysitter's sidekick. You need someone there in case they need food, but like I can save their life and play with Lego. Sun your taints, everyone. Otherwise the rod Furby will come for you. It's kind of loose. Where's my screwdriver? One sec. The little balls are wiggly, and I don't want it to wiggle and fuck my shit up. You know. The short. There we go. Now it should wiggle a lot less. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Excelente. All right. Sorry. I don't want to lose pieces and stuff, so I'm a little persnickety about it, but it's fine. My first one, you know. What up, Militia? Thank you so. What up? Let us cheers. Thank you for the cheers redemption. Give me 1 second. I will absolutely cheers with you. It was your birthday yesterday? Wait. The big 3-0. Oh my God. How do you feel? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. That was your day to have a lot of fun. We were waiting for the celebrating. That was your day. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, love. I hope your knees hurt. Wait, that much dick sucked? Jesus. I knew you were a go-getter, but damn, I'm just impressed. A new collection of Deadpool classic comics. Oh, fuck yeah, Vio. We were talking about Deadpool actually yesterday in stream. Just because we were talking about like Ryan Reynolds and how he's incredible. He's just so funny. And I think like there's a group of like him. I was using him and Channing Tatum are big examples for me of just people who are kind of like cornered into a realm of being like the cute guy in a rom-com just because they're kind of vanilla looking and have decent bodies, but they're actually like secretly comedy geniuses. And I think Ryan Reynolds is one of those. He's just so funny. And I think he was typecast until about Deadpool. And that's when he finally got something that showed like what his skill is, you know? His coolness. I just want to put that there. That's a good spot. I need a spot for my instruction manual. Being a bar stool for my fiance. All right, that works better. If your knees don't hurt after Good Friday night, you're not doing a Friday night right. Be it from the sucking or the puking or the at the after party. Amen to that. It's like when you go to a concert. If your ears aren't ringing, like did you go to a concert? Like if you didn't lose your voice for 3 weeks, did you go? Are you sure you went? I'm not. Tinnitus. Woo! People's ears don't ring all the time. Well, Lizzie, some people's. I wouldn't say it's a good thing. Skizzles. Fake news. My ears ring sometimes for no reason, but it's because I went to concerts, way too many loud concerts as a kid, and stood directly in front of the stage, right in front of like speakers, just like ah, and then you know you leave the bar or wherever the concert was, and suddenly you can't hear what anyone around you is saying out loud. That's my favorite. But honestly, if I don't have that, I kind of wonder, like, did I go? I'm just separating the pieces like my anal self does. I am vexed. Yes, I'm very excited. Yeah, we're having kind of a short stream today, but it's okay. I'm very excited. I like Godfather in a theater. Are you fucking kidding me? Who wouldn't be? The joys of not hearing properly for 3 days, right? I love it though. It was like, especially if you had to work the next day, you kind of got to tone out all the bullshit because you couldn't hear it anyways. I'm getting tested for hearing aids because I may have done way too many concerts without earplugs as a younger person. Also lived with headphones as a yeah. I really hope I don't reach that point. I'm not going deaf yet. No signs point that yet. But I definitely was mildly irresponsible with my ears as a youth. I worked a drive-thru once upon a time, and boss was like, "Well, just go home." That's about the right attitude to take. What else do you say to that? Like, you have to go. Is that why I saw A Brief Moment? Yes. Indie Friday was yesterday. Yeah, because I actually found this. Zach bought the tickets for it, but what is it that? What are those theaters called? I always forget the name. The Alamo Drafthouse. Alamo Drafthouse. This living here is the first time I've ever been to one, so excuse me. But they're doing kind of like this special thing this summer where they're releasing kind of like epic older movies in theaters and doing like themed food and shit like that. And I saw a ton of really good movies on there, but most of them were just nights that we couldn't go, or we already had plans, or it was like something that just couldn't be moved. And then I saw Godfather, and I was like, I'm not the world's biggest Godfather fan, but it's an excellent film that I would love to see in theaters. I like to go to movie theaters. I think it's fun. It's nice and cold. You don't have to experience summer heat. Everybody has to be quiet. I've had tinnitus so long, I tune it out and only notice it at night. Really? Like, do you hear it at night? Is that what you mean? We're going to try BDO. So I don't know if this is all of the draft houses, but I've noticed that they don't sell tickets like until like 5 days before. Like, you can't buy tickets on the website way in advance. It just says there's no showings. It literally says, like if you go to the Alamo Drafthouse website, it says there's only showings today and tomorrow or something for everything. And I don't know if that's their way of, like, not... So people aren't, like, buying up tickets and not going or whatever. I don't know, but it's weird. I've never seen that before. But you can't buy them until, like, literally 5 or 4 days before they go for sale. So we got to wait for that. I hear it most when I go to sleep because I don't sleep with white noise machines or music TV on. I sleep with silence too. I mean, I fall asleep usually to the TV because Zach's watching a movie or something, but I don't have tinnitus, thank God. I don't have random ringing. The only reason I say thank God is because I don't want anyone to be like, and that's why you can't go to concerts, because my whole life I've been like, I'm going to go and I'm going to be fine. So I just need to keep on keeping on, you know? I got to prove. Artemis launch postponed due to technical issues. Interesting. Wonder why. Oh, Other Rin! Oh my God! Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it 8 swings. I don't know how I didn't hear that. Thank you for resubbing to the class, keeping the class alive and giving it 8 swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, and I appreciate you. I'm so sorry I'm a dick. How are you? I remember seeing Scarface and Jaws in second run theater, and that was a trip. I'd kill to see Jaws. That's another one that would be sick in theaters. I don't think I was alive when Jaws was in theaters. I was not a spoim. Shad.
Did you take your joy today?
Thank you for subbing the class. Keep the class alive. Give it a
take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Almost dropped one. We're fine. I listen to audiobooks to sleep, but that's mostly to get my brain to focus on something. I read before I sleep a lot. That's usually what I do is I read. I usually have a couple books going on at a time. I have like a bed book, and I have a walking in the yard book, and I have like a waiting for doctor's appointments books. I have whatever. I have a couple books going at a time, and I usually read before bed because it kind of does the same thing. Just completely erases my mind of anything that might be on my mind from the day just so I can peacefully go to sleep. Kendo! Vile! The fuck? Kendo just gifted me a 1,000 bits. Thank you. Very much, you generous fuck. I appreciate you. And Vile slapped 5 fucking gifted subs immediately afterwards. Vile, you're insane. Thank you. You kind fuck. I appreciate you. Mogu Kitty, Losho, Our Lady Zyke, Media Brat, and Darling Lunatic. Y'all boas to the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just separating the pieces because I'm a little OCD and I like to have them like separated. Sue me. Inhuman Militia with that motherfucking... I still gotta cheers you, bro. I'm so sorry. I've just been trying to get these pieces out of my way, so I'm terrified to lose a piece. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna cheers you, and thank you very much for that Prime sub. Guys, this is not me saying you have to sub to me, because I'm not the coolest. But if you have a Prime sub, please don't forget to use it on just somebody. It's... No matter what, it's there. If you have it, you're paying for it regardless, and... it can make a difference in someone's day. Use your Prime subs, please. Doesn't have to be here. Again, just find someone. Don't let him lapse. It's $5 being tucked into the greasy G-string of Jeff Bezos. He makes $8 million a minute-ish. He's got plenty. Like, let's stop. You know? I'm cheersing in 1 second, I swear to fuck. Just being anal. It pays off, I promise. I don't know. That's a lie. I don't know if it pays off. Thank you very much. Fuck, who did this? What is happening? And Shem, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving Nana Springs for 45 months. I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. I mean, it's Legos, friends, and a cool movie. Like, what a good day. It's a good day. And then tomorrow, so since we're just talking about, you know, what's going on, tomorrow I will not be live on this channel. However, I will be live. I'll just be on Zach's channel. So, not here. I will be live on Zach's channel. Oh my God. Y'all. I'm gonna hide. Why? Kendo, you generous. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. And Shem, fucking Kendo with the 500 biddies again. And then Kendo gifted 5 subs in the chat. Kendo, what the fuck? Thank you. You are far too kind and generous. Thank you all for your support of my channel. I'm sorry I'm like head down looking at pieces of Lego. Jesus. Pearl, Alex, Dr. Chillax, Tom Glom? Sure, that's what we're going to go with. And Wokol. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And thank you for being here today Yep. Mouth. But we'll just give it a sub to Insane Aesthetic. Go forth and be consensual in all ways. And please, for the love of all things that are unholy and Satan alike, take your joy and be consensual. And I appreciate you. God damn. We're in a hype train. I didn't even know it. We're in another hype train. If you'd like to get free emotes from Twitch, you can give me your money.
Hail Satan.
Did you take your joy today?
That's
Never
it.
forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
That's that piece. Thank you for the follow, Decapitated. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. My name is ClassyKatie. It's fucktabulous to meet you. Take my breath away with your choice from my fucked up family today. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. I invite you and your brethren to take your pants off, place your hand upon your genitals, and enjoy your time here on the stream. Pants on, therefore I invite you to do the same. Embrace your goddamn nudity, mother fluffer. Thank you so much for that follow, and welcome to the classiest place on earth. You're the coolest. Shut up, Kendo. Thank you. For real, though, thank you.
Satan, motherfuckers.
Jesus, fuck. Chat has gone. Help. Oh, no. Help. Yes, so Sunday is Spicy Hot Day. Before I forget, so tomorrow, which is Sunday, at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, figure it out, you know your time zone, I will be at Scott's house, suffering pain. That's it. You should watch. Ezekiel, twitch.tv/Ezekiel_I. The letter, not like I. And check us out at 1 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know. I've done it before, and I really like hot sauce, but also I'm aware of what hot sauce are in the lineup, and I know one of them is just a hellscape. So I'm bringing Pepto, bitches. I don't want my ulcer to bleed. God damn it. Bowles just gifted a sub to Hero of None. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Hero of None, Bowles. I appreciate you. You know what's up, Hero. Consensuality, kindness, emotes, refresh so you don't have to suffer ads. Thank you. Jesus. Kendo, thank you for the biddies. I'm sorry my head was down. If I miss anything, I really apologize. I try so hard not to, but goddamn. No, it's just me, Scott, and Bree. Me, Scott, Bree, and Zach. Sorry, excuse me. I'm gonna smoke pot about it. I know I've done it. I've done the hot wing challenge years ago, different hot sauces, but I'm aware of one of them and it's terrible. Oh my God, Rin. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Thank you for reposting. I'm sorry if I missed anything. I know I always come in with like, can I share good news? Yes, you can always share good news. Always. I live for it. We need it. Bleach my brain with good news. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Bye bye. Really though, we need it. Let us relish in good news with you. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. You got your keys to the house? Shut the fuck up. It's done. It's like yours. Like you can be in it now and no one can make you go. I've never bought a house, but fuck yes. Oh, fuck yes. Let's cheers to that. That's fucking exciting. I encourage everyone to share good news. Please. The world is dark. We need this light. Fuck yes. That's fucking exciting. Congratulations. Do you feel like nauseatingly grown up? I would. Cheers to that. Gross adulting. Ugh, it's beautiful though. Decapitated, thank you so much for using your Prime sub here. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, giving it in his swings, and using your goddamn Prime sub. Jeff Bezos has enough $5 bills in his greasy-ass G-string. He's fine. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Remember to refresh the channel and you don't have to suffer ads when and, they inevitably run. But thank you. Welcome. Enjoy your emotes. I feel like this is something that's for people that are way more mature and responsible than I could ever be. I feel that way a lot. I still haven't got over, like, if things are broken, I can just fix them. Like, I still have this moment where I'm like, do I have to call someone and tell someone this is broken? Oh, wait, no, I can just do it now. That's the weirdest to me. Like, I'm not the fix-all of everything, but I know, like, general plumbing fix-it stuff, like your garbage disposal and stuff. And when you live in an apartment or renting, at least in the U.S. everywhere I've lived, you can't touch anything. If something breaks, your landlord has to fix it, like, by law. And you can't touch it. So you just have a broken toilet until they come fix it. And I can just fix it. I can just do it. It's crazy. I love that. I'm the handyman of the relationship. And me too. Oh, hard same. Hard same. Not to say I don't use the fuck out of Zach's muscles on a daily basis. Like I literally say, hey babe, can I use your muscles real quick? All the time. Because I have bird arms. But I am absolutely the fix-it. Like I love to get under the sink and fix shit. Or like get behind the dryer or something. I like to do that stuff. My stepdad used to let us like cling onto him and watch him do that stuff. And having to ask permission to like just put the hex wrench into the garbage disposal and like turn it is fucking weird. Especially when you're an adult. Like you've been treated like an adult in every other way in your life ever except that. Real estate contracts are usually in a language that very few people understand. And that's the other thing. Like it's daunting shit. I'm glad my sister's a lawyer. I would make her read it, even though she's not she's an environmental science lawyer. She probably knows a little bit about it. If you don't have that problem, Katie, but for me, we don't have this problem. But for me, it's, Oggs, I need you to be tall for me. Yeah, I've never had that problem. That being said, this will make you feel better. I do have a tiny stool. Even at 6 foot, sometimes I need a tiny stool. And I have one. So I'm not tall enough for everything. That's what I'm saying. I need it sometimes. Oh, God. Ooh, glad to be here. I watch you all the time when my wife has you on, so I've been lurking for a while. Oh, hell yes. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you very much. That's extremely selfless of you, and I appreciate you with your Prime sub. Seriously. Thank you very much. But, as I always say, like, entertainment should be free. Enjoy yourself. If this is entertainment, whatever the fuck this is. I use that to belittle Zeke. Wait, which part do I use to belittle Zeke with? What do I belittle Zeke with? Using his muscles? I think that belittles me. Honestly, working at Lowe's did it. I worked at Lowe's for like 7 years. And in combination with that and my stepdad being a plumber by trade and a welder, I just got some skills by that. By like talking to contractors all day, every day for 7 years. But that's it. I mean, I can't do everything. I can do like the general stuff. But if I had to like dig into walls for piping, I don't know what the fuck I would do. That'd be a scary time. My toilet's currently broken again. Ugh, the flusher doesn't work, so I have to open the tank to flush it. Oh my God, we had that for a while. It was a mystery. Remember, I think it was last summer. Or no, it was the summer before last summer. Zach and I got like a $400 water bill one month. It was real scary out of nowhere. And we don't have a lawn. We don't water a lawn or anything like that. We're in the fucking desert. So it blew us the fuck away. And it was our toilet, like the thing in the back tank. It wouldn't go down all the way. It was just slowly like draining 24/7. So if you went into the bathroom, you would always hear this very faint like the sound, like it had just flushed and was refilling or something. And it was 24/7. That's what it was. It was fucking scary. German real estate language is pretty straightforward, at least. Thank fuck. Not America. Good news. I just got a nice promotion at work. Fuck yeah. Basically doing the same job for quite a bit more money and more vacation. I see no downside. Hell yes. That's the fucking best. Fuck yeah, Ty. How does it feel to be winning? Wait, speaking of being the ex of the house, a spider came scuttling in through the back door yesterday and into the back room, and instead of running away, I went to find something to get it and actively went into the room to look for it. It disappeared, so I couldn't find it, but like actively searching for it is way better than pretending I didn't see it. Right? Dude, it just hides in your mind. It could have left, but because you pretended you didn't see it in your mind, you're like, it's on my face. It's in my bed. It's in my underwear. It's inside me. It's crawled inside me, and it's running me like a fucking Autobot. It's happening. The best part about being short is that when Oggs needs to hide snacks from me, he's got an automatic win. Oh, me. See? This is super stupid because, like, being tall doesn't mean I can't get on my knees, but people can hide things from me just by putting them on the ground. I'll never look. Like, I just won't. My height is at this perfect level with the house where if you put it on the ground in a certain place under a counter, no matter where I stand, I just won't ever see it. Ever. Because I'm too tall. That's where you hide shit from me. It's terrible until I sweep the house, and then I'm going to find it. I was super proud the other day. After a decade of living together, my wife came to me the other day with a thing that was broken, needed cleaning, and said, I didn't throw this out because I thought you'd be mad. Wait, she throws it? She just throw it out? I went to go use my Prime sub. Vile. That's my boy. That's how you do it. Sorry, I'm trying to look for the piece I need. Where did I put it? Of all my anals. I'm losing my mind. Or wait, is it in a tiny bag? It's probably in a tiny bag. These ones make me nervous. There it is. That's the piece I need. Tiny bags make me nervous. It's fine. Having a great time. Thank you all for the hype train. The hype train has ended, but it's always going spiritually, and I appreciate your generosity and your fucking support of this. Seriously, I appreciate you, and thank you very much. I was actually watching Umbrella Academy last night. Still haven't finished it, but there's a couple cool scenes with Klaus. If you watch the show and you know who Klaus is, the Seance. If you read the comics, and I don't remember what they were talking about, but I thought to myself, like, man, I wonder how many, like, if spirits, like souls, like just kind of floated, you know, chilled, didn't like peace out, like how many are around just like screaming at me just 24/7, just all the time. I don't know. Am I cursed? Maybe. Oh, fuck. I needed a white one. I'm an idiot. I got the gray ones. I will teach this woman not to be wasteful. Oh, man. See, and Banana, that's the thing. Like, same. I will try to fix everything. Honestly, though, I try to buy things that are fixable. Like, I try, if I'm, not destitute, I try to buy something that has lasting qualities and is going to live for a bit. I try not to buy disposable stuff. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff these days where when it breaks, you can't fix it. It's so fucking like flimsy and shit-tastic inside. I don't know. That stuff sucks. I try not to invest in anything like that because it just seems like a waste of everybody's money. It's like the equivalent of fast fashion. There's like this strange category of clothing where it's new clothes come out like every 4 months, but they're really shittily made. Like you can basically wear them twice. and they fall apart. You wash them, they fall apart. They're done for. It reminds me of that. Like, but everything is that way nowadays. It's weird. Yo, I should play hide and seek with Vissy. She'd win everything. Because not only could she hide under things, she could probably crawl in a tiny cupboard. She could probably fit in my fucking bookcase. She's compact. After a couple years of losing, this year has been fairly good. Fuck yeah, I'm glad. I'm very glad. I think everybody needs some winning. The world's in such a weirdly, like, not weirdly, it makes sense, but I feel like we're in a kind of a global depression where it's like, there's not a lot to look forward to because everything seems pretty darn bleak. You know? Is it that? No. Man, it's tiny pieces. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the microscopic tiny little dot it wants. Where'd it die? Oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah, I honestly, like, ever since I got into HelloFresh, I love it. It's so nice to not ever have extra food. It's really weird. Like, the portions of, I'm not sponsored by it or anything. We just tried it because, like, we both, you know, work all day, kind of do a lot of shit during the day, and usually eat at nighttime. Usually dinner and then snacks or whatever. And we just end up throwing so much food away because normally people eat leftovers for lunch or breakfast. We don't eat lunch and breakfast ever. So lots of leftovers and stuff all the time. And the everything. Veggies and everything. So, like, you know, produce tends to go bad fast. And it's when you have the right amount and you're just no food. Like, our plates are fucking clean every time. But I'm always full. I'm always satisfied. It's plenty of food. I don't know. I can't stand wasting food. It drives me nuts. But as a person that eats like a bird, like, it's really hard for me. Like, when people want to go out to eat, a lot of the time I'll say no, just simply because I'm never going to eat more than 2 bites of anything I get. I feel so fucking wasteful. And restaurants in the U.S. are obscenely portioned. I knew I had another little bowl. A cauldron, if you will. Literally. It works. Don't judge me. A food library? Shut up. Oh, I'm so jealous. Please take pictures. That's going to be amazing. Like, back in the day, it was me, my car, a Haynes repair manual, and the hope that I didn't fuck something up too hard. Remember laughing at the idea of a debit card? I do. 4. Absolutely. Well, I think my nose infection's finally gone. Not that it was anything serious or anything. I've COVID tested so many fucking times, but I think it's a responsible thing as an adult to not go out and spread your illness when you got an illness. And I definitely had something going on in my nose, and I don't want to kill you. Contrary to what everybody probably thinks. I haven't had a gutter rape in a very long time. Actually, since I was like 18 and went to Mexico. I love cooking and making stuff, but we're just 2 of us, so it might as well make like 8 steak and ale single pie sizes. Oh, hell yes. If I had room, I would have a chest freezer in 2 seconds because I love, like, you know, investing in like half a cow or whatever you do to have leftovers, or, you know, making a lasagna and then saving half of it for a night you don't want to cook in the freezer, because refrigerators really don't save shit for very long. But we just don't have any feasible room. But someday. I went to this place in Florida called Munchies 420 and ordered a hot dog and fries. I thought I'd receive a normal hot dog and fries. In Florida? Oh, Lizzie. How high were you? Were you drunk? What was happening? Nope. Hot dog about the length from my elbow to the tips of my fingers. Fries in a box the size of a newborn baby. Just for reference, Lizzie's as tall as I am, which means from her forefinger to her elbow is like that. Yeah, no, that's pretty real. I'm saying they're insane everywhere you go. That's why, like, as much as people like to hate on fast food, if I just need a quick meal, I'm on the road or something, I just go to McDonald's to get a cheeseburger, because fast food's one of the few places you can get something that's just a reasonable size and wolf it down real quick. You go anywhere else and it's like oh, did you want a salad? We picked the garden for you. And it's like, I don't have room in here. And then inevitably, almost every single time I go out to eat, oh, did you not like the food? No, it's fucking delicious. It's just meant for a family of 4. I'm not trying to be insulting. I just I can't do it. I don't have a huge stomach at all. I love street, what are they called? Like food trucks. Food trucks are the best too. Food trucks are the best alternative to fast food if you need something quick, because it's usually hand-sized. Or round thingies. Your fast food mediums are like our largest. It's overwhelming. It is pretty wild. There's actually, we've had to pass laws in our country about like what size sodas can be served, because it was getting comical, the size of soda that could be served. It was wild. And we didn't have to make laws, but like for the soda's bad for you. And IKEA's glass freezer to ovenware is cheap and perfect to make things that go in the freezer well sealed. I think I've seen that one. How big is it? It was your first trip to Florida. Well, to be fair, Florida is kind of like a vacation land. A lot of it is just like commercialized into vacation area. And so they tend to, anywhere you go in America where it's like cool to go, I don't know, big cities and shit, they always make things bigger and more ridiculous. But if you go to the local, like the smaller cities that aren't like Orlando or something, you'll find more normal food. But it's still enormous. Like everything. I feel so insulting. I love food, but I just can't eat this. Unless it's Thanksgiving, in which case I eat until I want to die. Who doesn't? Shut up. Okay. Oh, I love this song. I used to eat so much and I didn't even realize it until I dieted and ate less. I was so satiated on less and now I can't eat so much. Almost, I'm ethereal, not even kidding you, same thing. Like, and this is not body shaming. I believe all bodies are beautiful and you're not defined by a fat cell. But I gained a lot of weight when I was in college. I was in an unhealthy relationship. I was kind of literally eating my feelings. And when I realized it, I was like, oh shit, I'm uncomfortable in my own skin. Like, I'd like a change. And I identified like what was happening. Because I've never eaten all day. I've never been a snacker. I've never been someone that does that. What I did is I binge eated until I felt like my stomach was going to literally like rip in half, like burst. But that was the only way I felt done with the meal. I had to clear my plate because, again, grew up poor. Clear your fucking plate. There's just starving kids in Africa. Had to clear my plate, and I had to be in pain, literally in pain. And when I identified that as the cause of me being uncomfortable in my own skin, what I did was I would mind fuck myself. So I'm the type of person that, like, I'll crave something, and if I don't get that thing, I'll graze eat until I've eaten the same amount of calories as that thing anyways. Like, it won't matter. So, like, for instance, when I was in college... Oh my god, Bubblicious! Bitch, what you doing? What up? How are you? Well, I just got done organizing all the pieces, to be fair. Once I identified that, and I was like, alright, because I knew I couldn't, like... I don't believe in elimination diets. I'd already been to a lot of medical school, and I was like, all right, that's all bullshit. Like, cutting out carbs or whatever is not going to be a good long-term solution to be comfortable with my body and the way I am and eating and stuff. Because I know I like to eat everything. I'll try anything twice. Like, I like to explore with food and shit. Not shit, just food, but you know what I mean. And so what I would do is I would, like, for instance, as an example, there was this one place in my college town. It was called ClassyKatie. If you know, you know. They've closed down, unfortunately, because of COVID. But they were really good burritos. Not just good quality, but the burritos were the size of a small baby. You could Google it. The burritos, no matter what burrito you got, they were at least this big, if not about this big. The tortillas were 24 inches, I think. They were huge. And you could get any burrito in the world. They had an amazing potato burrito. That was my favorite. I know it sounds weird. It was amazing. But, I mean, that is... I mean, I think I looked it up one time. Their average burrito is 1,600 calories, which, I mean, who the fuck cares calories or whatever? I don't go by numbers anymore. But anyways, what I would do is when I was craving one of those burritos, I wouldn't say I'm not allowed to have it. I would get it, order it, get it home. I would cut it in half and put the other half in the fridge before I ever sat down or sniffed it or took a bite or anything. No chips in my mouth. Cut it in half, put it in the fridge. And then I'd go like sit on the couch with my half burrito and eat it. And by the time I was done with my half burrito, I'm satiated and too full and lazy to get up and get the other half out of the fridge. Or I mind fucked myself. My plate was already clean. So I kind of had convinced myself the other half was already eaten or didn't exist. And I would do that with everything. No matter what, if I wanted something, I fucking got it. I just cut it in half. I literally just brain fucked myself until I felt like I wasn't a bursting sausage anymore. But I don't weigh myself. Scales are unhealthy. Tiny piece. Out the cauldron. Dude, Vile, it's crazy. I know, it sounds so weird. So what it was like little cubed potatoes, like that would be like hash browns or something that were deep fried. So they were really crispy and they were covered in some like salty seasoning that was just fantastic. And then the burrito had that in it, those potatoes, and then it had like cheese, beans, and rice. And then the key ingredient was what this place called potato sauce, or the potato burrito sauce. I have no idea what it is, but the combination of the refried beans, the rice, the crispy, deep fried potatoes, and this sauce was crack cocaine. I'm not one to aim for something like that. Like if I get a burrito, I'm going to get some variety in it. It was so fucking good. Fucking good, dude. You can actually look up the recipe. I've looked up the recipe for the potato sauce before. It's online now because the restaurant went down because of COVID. Bad. It actually shocked me that it went out of business because it's a college town. And I don't think, colleges did stop attending for a while, didn't they? I kind of forgot that. It's been a while now. They really depend on the college business clientele to stay open. That entire city does. I lived there in the summer times, and the summer times were the best because it was so slow. I do have a YouTube. It's just ClassyKatie, but I think if you do exclamation YouTube in the channel, it pulls it up, and that's where all my VODs are. Every once in a while, Loznay still pops in there and edits one for me. He's fantastic. Serving sizes are usually made to be quite deceptive. They try to make it seem like it's less calories because they divide it up to meet the calorie number they want you to see. That's so manipulative. Like, they're not going to have very much business if we're all fucking dead. Oh, yeah, same. I always get satisfied with what's in front of me. Same. It's a weird mental clear your plate. Wow, using the non-attentive nature of your ADHD to your advantage. I fucking mind fucked myself, Banana. I turn my own neurodivergence against myself all the time, but I try to do it for the betterment and not for the worse. Try. The key is you got to stop at one point, otherwise you get into ED territory. There's a certain point where you're cutting one bean in half and eating the half of a bean, and you're like, all right, you know. I've been doing a thing where I put leftovers. I put away the leftovers before I sit down to eat, and so in my head there's no future food. That's exactly what it is. Ren, literally, that's exactly what I did to myself. That's same thing. Even if I cooked at home, I would cook, the huge meal that I wanted. That my eyes were like, yeah, you want that? And then I'd put all the leftovers away. Like, I wouldn't put them on the table. There wasn't an option. And it wasn't like I would get sad and I was still hungry. I was fucking full. Like, I was eating plenty of food. It's just a mental, like, clear your plate. You got to clear your plate. Got to clear your plate. And if you don't, the leftovers will be there tomorrow and the next day. My grandma one time, Grandma Grump, she was kind of a bitch. She served my sister Joshua the crusts of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for a week straight for every meal. My parents had to sneak Joshua food because every day there was these crusty pieces of a peanut butter and jelly crust on her plate every fucking day for every meal. The entire camping trip. It was a joke like that. So we just don't do that. Where did you pick up sauce? I'm not great with American accents. I don't know. Sauce. Zach makes fun of me for that too. I'm assuming it's an East Coast. Sauce. Sauce. I think it's East Coast, probably. Yeah. Sauce. Now I can't hear it anymore. I think it's probably East Coast weird bastardization of my speech patterns. Yeah. I've lived everywhere long enough to sound like I'm from nowhere. It's perfect. Have you had a dog that sheds so much that no matter how much you clean you... Yes. Yep. Golden Retriever. Link was a perfect king of my life forever, and he will be the most perfect Golden Retriever of existence. But never again will I ever get a Golden Retriever. I remember I had a fucking very nice Dyson vacuum. I would vacuum the entire house, mop the entire house, sit down at the table with a cup of tea, and watch a hairball this big just float in the air by me. And I'd just be like, oh, sick. Or I'd be like streaming, and I'd be like, guys, there's something in my eye. Oh, it's a dog hair. And I'd start pulling it, and it'd still be going. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm unsewing my eye. And the hair this long would come out of my eyelashes from my Golden Retriever. Holy shit, they lose a lot of hair. My mom would say, you can't fool me. I saw you hide the other half. See, I think it really depends on how lazy you are. Kendo, it all depends on how fucking lazy you are. Or how much you can super focus. So, like, what I would do is I would, like, put the other half away. And then I would go sit on the couch, and I'd have my laptop up, and I'd be, like, looking at Reddit or something, and I'd have a movie on, and I'd eat my half a burrito. But I'd be so, like, comfortable, curled up on the corner of the couch, feeling kind of fat, eating that half burrito on Reddit, that, like, the walk to the kitchen was just ultimately not worth it. That's my level of lazy sometimes, and I have to use it to my advantage on occasion. But if you're that motivated, like, no. Like, if I forgot to eat, and all of a sudden it's 11 p.m. and there's no food in the house, I just go to bed. I am far too lazy to seek out a food substance. Might eat, like, some salt or something. Like, the laziness is just overwhelming when it comes to that. But it's not other things. Like, I would starve myself to feed my geckos. Like, I have no laziness if it comes to taking care of something else. Priorities, right? They're weird. Ugh, small pieces. The tumbleweeds. Oh, yes. The Golden Retriever tumbleweeds are not an under exaggeration. They are so wildly... It's just insane. They're... to be fair, though, it's probably one of my best dogs. He was literally one of the best dogs I've ever had in my entire life. Link was a king. He was the sweetest, most well-mannered, kind-tempered. Everybody loved Link. Like, he was just a love. But goddamn the hair. It's just so bad. I only have 2 of these. Oh, they're probably in the other one, yeah? Maybe. Don't fuck with me. Okay. Oh, wait. Are they even smaller? Oh. This is why I like organizing the big pieces, because otherwise you just gotta dig through these tiny piles. I don't know how you guys find this pleasurable. The digging. But organizing the tiny pieces would be crazy, right? Right? Yeah. Do I have Windex? Yes. Yeah. DoorDash, if it didn't, it takes too long. Like, I'm not patient enough. Like, at that point. If I think about it earlier, I'll order takeout. But, like, if I'm hungry and tired, chances are by the time the takeout showed up, I'd be asleep. Like, you know how some people are like, the moment I have to pee, I have to pee. That's me with sleep. I'm not often tired, but the moment I'm tired, like, it's narcoleptic. I gotta go. And nothing will keep me awake. Like, Zach has quite literally put food up to my mouth and, like, tried to get me to eat. And I'm like, nope. Done. My body just quits at a certain point and powers off. Oh, there's one. These pieces are hard to find. Sorry, they're so small. Yes, that's Link. Yes, David, that's the one I was talking about. Link. Yeah, he passed away. I don't know if you know that, David. Not to, like, say super sad news. But he passed away the same year as Millie. Unfortunately, he got stomach cancer. Like, literally a month after Millie died. It was so fucking sad. The world's not a fair place, and I hate it. All right. And you just, like, shuffle through them? Organizing the tiny bowls. Well, I do have them kind of organized in the bowls, but a lot of them, it's, like, one piece. You know? I don't have enough bowls or desk space. I wish. Big white piece goes there. Yeah. That's the clicking. It just feels so good. It's order and forget, and then it's like getting a present 45 minutes food. Dude, if I could stay awake for the 45 minutes, yeah. I just normally can't, and then it's a waste. My mom also grew up poor, Katie, and because of that, she also has the finish your plate, but also doesn't want anyone to go hungry. So makes like 10 different things for one meal. If we ever have guests, but also feels like she needs to eat all. My mom does the same thing. My mom would feed the neighborhood. Like, she would feed all the kids in the neighborhood if she wanted to. Like, if she could. She would have, you know... I did have a lot of siblings, so we did have... She would always make huge portions because I had 3 older brothers who were just, like, dump trucks. Like, empty dump trucks perpetually. She would always make huge portions of food. And I think that's another thing that kind of fucked me up was to this day, I don't know how to cook for small portions. Like, this, the fresh thing, only fresh, whatever I always call it only cans fresh or whatever. It's helped me a lot just like eyeing what a portion is for one person, not a portion for 10. Chucky! The fuck is up, Holmes? How are you? I just shuffle them. Part of the fun for me is finding the pieces in the box. I don't open all the bags because that's insanity. That is insanity. One bag, I can understand that. Like, that's not too bad. If I was doing this on my own, like on a table and not at my computer desk, I could probably do that and get away with it easily because they'd all be spread out. But because I'm on my computer desk, there's a lot of nooks and crannies, little pieces could fling, and I'm scared. The piece is not. Click down, motherfucker. There we go. Interesting. I don't know what we're making, but I'm plugging on. I'm enjoying myself. Just making sure I did it right. Literally, I'm just adding. I think I'm just building up. I don't know. Lots of tiny pieces. Is that the story of Lego? I like it. Only portions. Can you imagine? It wouldn't be a very good site for a diet, to be honest. I did know about that. I just thought he got another pup. He did. I just haven't seen him. He got another little golden named Baloo. I've never met Baloo, though. So in my head, Link is still the best ever. Nope. You are absolutely correct, David. Nope. You are correct. He got a little man named Baloo, and he's perfect. But I haven't met him, so. You know. Good, Chucky. How are you? How are you doing? Oh, shit. Are you nervous? Dude, selling a house sucks. Hello, Crispy. How are you?
Hail the dank lord and take your joy, lover.
I open all the bags and sort them by color and then start building. Oh, my God. Still remembering when one was younger and bought Lego. No bags, just a box with Lego in it. See, and I never got to do that. I love the organization of it. But, like, I was going to say, when I do a puzzle, I pick out all the edge pieces and put them in a pile. And I pick out all the corners and make sure they're separate. And then I separate pieces by color before I ever put anything together. Is that psychotic? It might be. I don't know. That one? One. Oh, I'm just building on it. Okay. So you can just stare at that piece, I guess. I always purposely intend on making more food than I can currently eat in one sitting and save the rest for later. It's mostly stir fries. And I did that when I worked. When I worked at the hospital and stuff and I needed little snacks to keep me going all night long, I would do that. But now, I don't eat leftovers because I don't ever eat, like, lunch and stuff. So leftovers would go bad, and I hate wasting food. It just makes me feel terrible. I never played Lego Island. Was it good? I have Lego Harry Potter, but we all know how we feel about that these days. I have not played it for obvious reasons. But I think it was gifted to me by someone who just... It was way back when, you know, Turf Fuck hadn't come out of her turfy closet yet. She doesn't deserve a closet. Hi, Delphinus. How are you, love? Happy weekend. Really? Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Thank you, Kendo and Confessed. My mom taught me that's how you do puzzles. She would, when I was a kid, she was like, dump it out and now let's separate all of them. And I like doing that. I like to I mean, it's part of the fun is to separate them. It's not like a chore, and it makes putting the puzzle together easier. But some people think it's crazy. Bastards. Next. Oh, it's one of the 8x. My bad. I thought I was seeing something weird. I wasn't. Don't worry about it. I have so many stacks behind this box. Don't worry about it. It's just stacks. Stacks on stacks. I hate myself too. You can do it too with me. What were they? What system were those Lego games on? Oh, I make dose of this. Dose. Wrong. Wrong. That's a good song. Okay, my bad. Oh, they're on PC. I see when I didn't have anything to play games on when I was a kid, so I probably saw him. What up, boy? Well, how are you? You're just actively saving yourself frustration is how I think of it. Yes. Or thinking you fucking lost a piece. Oh my god. Worst nightmares. Losing a piece. Oh my god, no. Going through all that work to find out you can't finish the goddamn puzzle. Kill me first. Nifty. I would be infuriating at puzzles for you. I can do it the way you do it, but my normal strategy is dump everything out and trust your visual memory. See, I have no visual memory. That's probably why I lean on it. I can't, like, that's why I'm really bad at doing, like, long math and shit. It's out of my head faster than I can keep it. Like, I can't hold visual images in my head at all. I have to have it in front of me and seeing it all the time. Like, it can't be taken away. It's weird. I've never been able to do that, and I don't know why. But I have heard that's why some people become, like, naturally when they're kids just start to drift towards art, like painting and stuff, because the lack of ability to hold an image in your head for an extended period of time drives you to put it down on paper, even when you're, like, a fetus, which is super weird. Have you seen these sticky desk pads that people have for doing puzzles where you can roll up the puzzle and it stays in place? What? So you no longer have to have the whole surface constantly dedicated to the puzzle. It's a sticky, but the puzzle doesn't, like, stick to it. The hell? That sounds too good to be true, but I believe you. I'm gonna have to look for that. That sounds almost too good to be true. You know what, YouTube? I'm always listening. Can you fuck yourself? Thanks. Little corner. Oh. Not those little corners. Yeah, this one. Weathered, it's a curse. It's the worst. My teachers in math always thought I was lying or cheating because I could write half the problem down, but then I'd always have the answer. And I was like, I forgot what I was doing halfway through. I already had the answer in my head. I did the math faster than I could write. And they're like, you must have copied someone. There's no way you knew half the work. And I'm like, it's the first half. Go fuck off. Assholes. Maybe that's why I have, like, a perpetual anxiety about getting in trouble, because I was always, like, almost in trouble for shit I didn't do wrong. Just convinced I did it wrong. A symptom of my anxiety is remember everything. Oh, man, you're my sister. That's my sister. I always, like, if I'm talking about a family memory or something and I don't remember it exactly, I'll text her and ask her. She remembers everything. Like, to painful detail. Which, I mean, obviously is horrible. That doesn't sound like a party, but it is nice to have a little fact checker in the family that's been there for most of my life, minus 5 years. Didn't I take the little cubies out? No? Okay. No. How many? Dose. A puzzle map, but it's felt? Ooh. Was that the one that raised up a second surface inside? I don't know. I've never seen a puzzle thing you can roll up. That's pretty fucking cool, though. Some witch doctor crumble? That sounds dope. I love the name. It sounds like it says THC, but it says 99.9%. Can you fucking imagine? Oh, man. That'd be great. You'd be dead, probably. I imagine. I don't think I would live through that. I think you might be dead. Do you survive that? I don't know. That's a lot. We should cheers. We should. Let me put on these two pieces. I'm just going to finish this step. That's what I meant to say. This is part of the bubble, I think. His bubble butt. My bubble butt. My bubble butt. Okay, now I can cheers. Where's my bowl? I'm going to repack my bowl a little bit. They were like, you got to show your work. And I was like, I don't know how. Same. And dude, tell me if this happened to you too. So honest to God, I believed that what they told me, the right way to do it was the way I needed to do it. Otherwise, I wasn't doing it right, even though I got the right answer. So I would try. I would literally do the exact same math problem in my book over and over and over until I could do the entire worked out math. But all I was doing was memorizing it. And it made me worse at math. It made me bad at math. Literally. It made me stupid. Because suddenly I was relying on what I'd written down instead of what my mind already knew had happened. And this is why I second guess everything I do in the entire world. It made me dumb. There is not one way to learn math, my fucking God. There is one answer, but there's not one way to learn how to get there, for fuck. Cheers. That's very smooth. What strain did I grind up today? I ground up more weed. I ground up this one. Oh, it's wedding cake. That's why wedding cake's always so smooth. Like disgusting fondant. I remember having a timed math quiz in second grade that got me in trouble. It was one of those progressive ones where the first question was the easiest. Oh, yep. So I just did the first and the last. Oh my God. We are the same person. That's fucking beautiful. There's not always one answer. Okay, there's not always one answer, but the majority of the time. How do I say that? Maybe that's not what I'm trying. There's the agreed upon math. I don't know how to say that. I routinely got in trouble in math for not finishing my work or showing my work. Same. I almost got flunked out of a math class. First week, my freshman year of a math class. We had our first quiz or whatever, and my teacher emailed me, and she was like, I need you to come to my office hours. And I did, and she was like, I need you to prove to me that you didn't cheat and copy someone's work. Because you only have partial, I had middle steps of everything you should have written down, I guess. I don't even remember. This was years ago. And I just cried. I just burst into tears. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, this is going to happen in college too? This is my life? It was terrible. She was the hamster that was a first-year graduate that insisted we all call her doctor. No. Ooh, brain hurts. No shit. But I'm all caught up on homework quizzes. Oh my gosh, you get your whole weekend to yourself. Hell yeah. I hope Slurm finished his paper. Slurm, if you're lurking, finish your goddamn paper. I remember earlier this week, Slurm was like, I just got to finish it by Friday so I can have the weekend off because it's due on Monday. If anyone sees Slurm. Nose itches. I hate that shit. I got the answer. What do I have to prove? I'm not an engineer, right? I honestly, Melissa, I'm not even kidding you. She had me do the quiz in front of her. And she's like, all right, do the quiz in front of me and do as much work as you can. And I still got the exact same. I think I actually got 1 extra point or something. And she was just pissed. She had like a vendetta against me for that. And I was like, go away. This is college and you have 300 students in one class. And you're going to fucking hyper-focus on me? Get out. You have a job to do. Teach people something, for fuck's sake. There's almost always more than one way to reach an answer. Absolutely. Math is kind of beautiful that way. I always hated that math teachers seem to think there's one way to teach math. Same. It's why I was terrible at it till I went to college. I have a degree in math and tutored so many people who just need to have it taught a different way. Vextra, seriously, it's people because of you. It's people because of you. It's people because of you is really literally what I said. People like you are the reason people like me were able to go into a medical degree. And I'm not joking. I've said this. I've told my stream this story multiple times. But I was notoriously a pretty strong C student. Every once in a while, a good fat B- in there. But when it came to math and stuff, it was a joke. Like, my family would laugh if I had to take a math class. They'd be like, oh, shit, Katie's got to take math. Because whatever way I was taught my whole life, which granted was 5 different ways because I was the No Child Left Behind era, but that's neither here nor there. It fucked me. I was totally fucked. I had no idea what I was doing, and I was so bad at math. And I had one professor in college. He was a brand new professor, like, he had just graduated. And he saw me, like, panicking, and, like, he saw what I was doing on my tests and stuff. I don't know what the fuck he saw, but he asked me to stay after class. And one day after class, I stayed, and he sat there on the whiteboard, and he drilled different ways to figure out the exact same math problem for hours until one of them worked. One of them, I was like, oh my God, wait, I kind of understand that one. Seriously, he just kept going. There were so many ways to do this one. It was like trig. I don't even know what math class it was. Trig or something. It was freshman year. I have no idea. And ever since that moment, whatever happened with that, I can understand math now. Like, I took whatever that way he taught me to do that one math problem, and I was able to apply it to every other math class I ever had in my entire life. And I was able to go through linear algebra and get a chemistry degree. And if I went back to a high school reunion, which no, if I did and told anyone that I worked at Johns Hopkins, they'd puke in their pants out their assholes. I was not that kid because I kind of had given up on myself because I, at an early age, picked up that I don't learn the way everyone else does, and this just isn't going to work for me. So I'm gonna have to do something else. He was great. His name is Professor Richardson. I still remember him. Like, he was a super tall, gangly dude, kind of like me, which we laughed about together. But it was like a project to him. He could see the way that everybody else could kind of get it. I just was like, I don't understand why you went from that step to that step. And he was just a good fucking math teacher. And I think because he was fresh out of school, he had the skills to still teach me 50 different ways to do one problem. Whereas a lot of tenured professors who are 80 and don't care anymore, they probably only know one way now. They've defaulted to the one way that works for the majority of the class. And they're like, the majority of the class is supposed to fail anyways, so whatever. And he did not. He was like, I think, granted, correct me if I'm wrong, teachers in chat, but when you're a professor at a college and you're new, you have to like bid for your job every single year. You don't just like get to be a professor. So there were some quarters where I would have an incredible chemistry professor who blew my mind, and then I'd never see him again. And it was because someone else outbid and got to be a teacher instead of him, some other new grad. And it was always because they were relatively young, but God, they were so much smarter. And they just connected better than an 80-year-old, like, I've told you guys about my fucking physics professor. This is the #1 most failed class on campus. Read the book. I don't take attendance. Like, oh. Okay. I didn't do well in physics if that wasn't apparent. Love seeing that realization moment when someone understands it. I almost cried. And it was so weird that I just went forth in math and I didn't have to go to tutoring hours anymore. And it wasn't like magic. It was just whatever the tool was that he taught me how to think helped me get it out and just like make sense of it. Because I just memorized most math most of my life because I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. But you don't care that doesn't make sense, so I'm just gonna memorize whatever the fuck you want me to memorize, I guess. I'm looking for a weird tiny piece. Sounds like a him problem. He was a nightmare. He was actually like 84, but he was tenured. And if you're tenured, it means you have a guaranteed job for about 10 years. And no matter how bad you are, unless you like do something illegal, you're going to have your job. So he just didn't give a fuck. But you got to take physics. What's sad is physics is actually really interesting if you just had a teacher worth a shit. I'm just putting on a shit ton of tiny ass pieces. Yeah. Mandatory, and that's the weirdest thing in the US. If you're tenured, you can't be fired. Like if you get tenure, it's basically the school saying, we don't have to monitor you for 10 years. We're just gonna pay you astronomically more than anyone else in the building. And you're good. And then when your 10 years comes up, you got to reapply for it and prove to us that you were worth your tenure. But he's 84, so he's probably on the verge of retirement, I assume. It does. It reflects horribly poorly, David. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't understand what the point of tenure is. It doesn't make any sense to me. If anyone can make it make sense in a good way, please help. Make it make sense, please. As someone who didn't have a health background, I failed after 3 weeks and dropped it. And that's honestly the only reason I survived is I had family in healthcare. I had family who is in the sciences who I could call and literally like email them a picture of my homework and be like, help. The only reason I survived most things. Unless I just happened to get lucky with a young teacher that still gave a fuck. Those are weird pieces I put on, but I'm into it. But no, David, it absolutely makes sense what you're saying. They like knowing they control a person's life and future. They don't actually care about teaching. It's so creepy. I'm not a teacher, and I love to teach things to people who are like, oh my God, I didn't know that. I'm interested. I'm like, oh shit, let's talk about arteries. I think that's fun. But I think it's more of like them putting the blame on all these lazy kids rather than on themselves. That's it. And I remember a couple professors that were also shitty. They would use our terrible, oh man, in OChem. OChem is notoriously very hard. Let's be fair with that first. But I had a very bad OChem teacher who straight up was 8 months pregnant and was like, I'm not going to be in my office for office hours. I'm 8 months pregnant and I don't have to because of that. And I'm leaving after this quarter, so I don't care much. Like, that was how our intro was. And it was summer quarter, so it was accelerated. Fuck me in the ass, right? But they're notoriously hard. So, like, when the tests go down, the whole class takes chemistry midterm, usually the curve is at like 35%. Not shitting you. It's wild. And she refused to curve at all. So the average of my class was a D because she just did not give any fucks. And they can do that. You can't, they don't fire you in the middle of the quarter. Everything happens after the review at the end of the quarter. And if you're quitting, nobody gives a fuck. It was so weird. But the sad thing was, I took OChem 1 and 2 in the same summer quarter, which was accelerated, but I wanted to get them out of the way, and I wanted to get school out of the way. I'd already been in for a very long time. And my OChem 1 teacher was a fucking dream. He was incredible. Another very tall, gangly person, which is interesting that there was more than one. We're rare, but he was like 6'5" and kind of lurchy, but he was super fun and animated, and he was excited about chemistry. Like, he loved it, and you could tell. And like, every day after class, like half the class would go to his office and we'd all sit crisscross applesauce on the ground and he would reteach what class was and he would go over it a million times just to teach us. But he was young, brand new, and he was outbidded or whatever by a tenured professor. And then when I went into OChem 2, I got this bitch who's like, I don't care because I'm birthing. Here's chair confirmation. It was a really weird mindfuck of a summer. I paid for that. Ugh. I took organic chem twice and still only got to see the second time. Dude, I got a B+ in OChem 1, which was miraculous. I do not do B+. It's like I'm a strong C student. I graduate. And OChem 2 I had to take twice. First time, I literally think I dropped out because of that woman. Like, I took the midterm and did so bad. I was like, nope. Like, I didn't just do so bad. I strongly felt not comfortable in any of the information covered. So I ended up taking a normal quarter of Chem 2. But if you drop out after the midterm, you still have to pay for the full quarter. You just don't have the grade on your report card or whatever. Yeah, no, it's terrible. OChem is hard. It is very, very well known amongst, I think, everybody that's ever heard of it, that it's fucking bad. It's just hard. And like I was saying earlier, like, I can't hold pictures in my head mentally. I've never been able to. OChem is a lot of mental, like, when you do inorganic chemistry, a lot of it's 2D structures of formations and shit like that, and OChem starts getting into 3D formations. So they could say, I want to see chair formation in this stage. So in your head, you have to think of taking this 3D molecular structure and spinning it and then draw it on paper in 2D. And I would just break. There'd be a point in that thought process where my brain would just go, womp, 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 Butterfinger. And I would just like black out and be like, fuck, I got to do it again. And I would just do it over and over and over. And you know. You know. It's like a horrible loop, like driving through Kansas almost. You know what I'm saying? But in your mind. And you're paying $5,000 for it. I think our film programs also have a pretty large dropout rate, but I think when they looked into it, it was more that there was a lot of students who were into films but not interested in making films. So about half the students dropped off. Damn, half. That's still pretty big. Does it break everyone? I'm glad it's not just me. I was already on track to do an OChem degree just because OChem was, like, to me, more fun. In terms of, like, in organic chemistry, we made colorful, bright pink things. And in organic chemistry, you make things that are mud brown. I was ignorant and young. Don't worry about it. So I was already on track for it, so I wasn't too destroyed when I was doing terrible in OChem, but I knew OChem is necessary. Organic chemistry is quite necessary for medicine. So I was like, I have to know this, regardless of what grade I get. Like, that just needs to be passing. I gotta know it. And that was the most infuriating part, was that a lot of my teachers treated us like we only cared about the grade, when I think a lot of us there really cared about a lot more than the grade. Vextra Penguin, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, giving any swings. I appreciate you. I love conversations here. You guys give me hope in the world. I grew up with the kinds of parents that treated anything less than an A as a failure. By the time I was born, and granted, Sirska, I am child 6, number 6 of the line. By the time I was around, my parents they'd given up. Like, they were pretty just stoked beyond reason that my little sister ended up being a genius. Like, she got straight A's, was valedictorian, has a law degree. She's the youngest of the 8. By the time, it was just like, oh, you attended school? Here's $50. Good job, Katie. It was gone. Oh, you were firstborn. I'm so sorry. My older brother had a really hard time in other ways. He got the brunt of, you know, the punishments shit and the verbal abuse. He got the brunt of a lot of the more violent aspects, which was it's not good. It was terrible. It wasn't fair to him. Okay, now I see what they're doing. You had to put the pieces together first. We need more carbon and hydrogen. Ugh. Hydrogen is fascinating. I mean, I'm not going to not say that. But damn, everything's mud brown. It's just poo. It's poop. It's poop. The review I left for a seafood place in Maine has over 100 views. What the fuck? That's hilarious. Multivariable calculus is like that for engineering. Vectors are vectors as the foundation for everything. I remember I dated an engineer for quite some time, and I remember hearing these soft sobs from the bathroom at 2 a.m. about vectors. Hi, Opie. How you doing, love? Not good, no. Oh, Lizzie, we should take a break. Good idea. I get so, like, these are fun. It's very, I don't know, what's the word for it? It feels calming, so I get kind of sucked into it, and I don't even realize time's going by. We should take a break, though. I'm going to finish this page, the last step on it, just so we can go to the next page, and I'll leave it on that, so I know where I am. Good idea, though. Hydrogen needs to be less leaky. Looking at you, NASA. Yes, cathartic. Yes, cathartic's a very good word for it. It's kind of cathartic, yeah. It reminds me of playing with a fidget cube a lot. If you've ever played with a fidget cube, it's just like literally like a giant dice, but every side has a different kind of little toy to play with that makes different tactile, clicky sounds, feelings, you know? It reminds me of that. Like, it just gives me this very pleasurable, like, click, click feeling. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. Where are you putting that? Oh, okay, I see. There's a certain blessing in not being first, but also, man, parents get a lot more smart at all your shit once they've been through a few tries with the older siblings. You think, probably. Those are like the trial and errors. I think my parents just got way too excited and melded families way too fast. There's no fucking way you can consciously, like, pay attention to 8 children at one time. How? I don't fault them for that at all, by the way. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of, are you dead yet? Okay. I finished the page. Just want to make sure. I'm a little OCD. Don't worry about it. I'm good apart from being awake at this crazy hour. Oh my God. Is it like 5 a.m. for you right now? I didn't even think about that. What time is it, bitch? Are you dying? Don't start cutting out your intestines and floating in water. Same, Rin. I almost like this better than IKEA just because I don't have to get up and move around on the carpet as much. But yeah, same. I love good instructions, and just piecing something together for hours gives me a lot of strange. It is like cathartic, meditative. Yeah. 4. Fuck. I was close. I couldn't see a clock anywhere, so I was guessing completely. Not dying yet. Good. Drink some water. What are you doing? Just like not sleeping. My younger brother got away with so much less, but also a lot less panic around him acting out. My little sister just didn't try to pull the shit we did. I feel like she like watched all of us and actually absorbed and was like, I won't do that. So she didn't necessarily like not get away with things or get away with anymore. She just didn't do it. She was kind of a good kid. It's weird. Took some art in college in a modern art class with a lot of postmodernism study, and we needed to give our interpretations to the teacher. Never likes my ideas, so I was tanking the class. I had a teacher like that. She would give, I'm just moving stuff away so I can touch my mouse. We're taking a break. She would give an A to someone who had a white canvas that they spit on and named home because it was like trauma or something. But me, as a more realistic artist that's just trying to like literally just draw a face as it is in real life, I would get a C because it wasn't perfect. Same assignment. There's a fucking fly. And that would piss me off so much. Oh my God. The fury in my soul in those moments of my life. I just wanted to punch her in the face. I was like, you don't make any sense and you're pretentious. All right. Break time. Every couple of hours, I take a break. I encourage you to do the same. We stand up, we stretch our dicks, we wash our hands, we pee our pants, we do all the things necessary. Get some water, get a beverage, hydrate, pack a bowl, invest in Lego. Being a good kid sounds boring. I think it was. I think it must have been. She just did like all the extracurriculars. I mean, she wasn't perfect, but she wasn't us bad. But I think she just learned. Like, she was smarter than us. I remember, you know what? Let's take a break real quick, but if I have a little story. Real quick. When I was expelled in 8th grade, I was brought home from school by my furious, rightfully so, mother. And I immediately went to the basement where my bedroom was. It was like a daylight basement. Don't worry. I wasn't like well, it's kind of a gremlin. It was basement. Let's be real. My bedroom is in the basement. I went down to the basement to my bed. and lay down on my bed, and I was, plastered drunk on top of being in trouble, and I had my Miranda rights read to me previously 15 minutes before, so I was like shuddering, crying in fear, and super fucking wasted. And it's like 9 a.m. And my little sister walks down and comes to my door, and I don't even know why she was home now. That's a really good question. To this day, I've never questioned why my sister was home during school hours. But anyways, she's 5 years younger than me, so she was in second or third grade. She comes down to the basement, and she's standing in my doorway, and she goes, "Sister, are you okay?" And I just remember sobbing, saying, "Don't be me. Don't ever do anything I do. Anything I do the opposite, okay?" And she was like, "Okay." In the doorway, like I was dying. It was so dramatic and hilarious. Anyways, break time. I'll be back. Stretch. I can't reach my shit. It's a nightmare.
Rush out, morning up.
Hello, welcome back. And
Hail the Dank Lord. How are you doing? I hope you're doing. Oh my god, 420. Cheers! Fuck, I gotta repack a bowl, but I'm there with you. Give me 1 sec. I can barely reach my stream deck. It's fine. I don't need to reach it. Could just use my mouse, really, Katie. Let's not talk about it. She was in a different school. She might have gotten home earlier than me. Oh my god, I'm still Satan.
my bad. No, you're totally right, Milton. Seriously, that's probably it. I was, again, young and drunk, so my memory is probably not spot on. But I know I did that, and it's always felt weird. But she might have listened because she did really well. Not that I did bad, but she did well. I was the first of my siblings to graduate high school, though. Welcome back, everybody, to Lego and Chill. I hope you're having a very relaxing, wonderful Saturday. I have a weird piece. Where do you go? Oh. Man, Legos have really changed since I was 10. Imagine. Now I can cheers. I just wanted to do that part because I had the pieces out. Cheers, Angel. Cheers, Insane. Cheers, everybody. Isn't this dope? This album, if you're wondering, this is the remixed album of The Midnight. But The Midnight is actually a really good band I've listened to for many years now, who you can listen to on stream. They own their own music, and they have publicly stated, yes, please listen to our music. We give you permission. We own it. No label will come after you. So I try not to play them too often, so I don't get sick of them. But they are one of my favorite bands. They're great. And if you like this stuff, I would highly suggest checking out a band called Starcadian. Similar sound. Unfortunately, they have not stated whether or not we can listen to their music, so. Poops on that. Coffee and cheers. And cheers. I was openly a good kid, but because I had that reputation, I got away with so much shit. I wish. I honestly didn't try getting away with too much when I was a kid, but my mom was really my older sisters both got pregnant in high school and dropped out. And my older brothers were very cute and made lots of the sex. And so me and my sisters that were closer to my age, it was I couldn't have a boy over. I couldn't be in a closed room with a boy. I tried putting a lock on my bedroom door one time just simply so my siblings couldn't steal my shit or my clothes, and my mom removed the door off my bedroom. That's how strict she was about no privacy, which is probably why I'm infinitely private at this point in my life. Whereas my little sister Sarah, the youngest of all of us, she could go to Spokane for the weekend and stay at her college boyfriend's apartment. Doesn't take a lot of time for shit to change real fucking quick. You're welcome, Sarah. That took me not getting pregnant for you to have that. You're welcome. Cheers. On the outside? Oh my god, my parents didn't like me enough. That's terrible, though. We weren't allowed any locks at all. I mean, until up to 5 years ago, I didn't even have a key to my parents' house because they didn't lock their house. We did live in the middle of nowhere where you didn't need to, but... No privacy, nothing. And if you tried, you were punished for it. And it was just, she was so paranoid we'd all get pregnant STDs or some shit. It's weird. It's amazing how fast parents go from don't sit on a boy's lap to give me grandkids. That's all I'm gonna say. Guess what? Now you get neither. Haha! The last time I sat on Santa's lap, he touched my butt. Ever again, Santa. The sacrifices we make, right? I mean, sure, my siblings had to drop out of high school and go to prison for me. But, come on. Give me some credit where credit's due. Oh, God. Oh, shit. All right, this way. I gotta figure out where to put these tiny pieces. Sorry. The instructions are great. The instructions are great. I just gotta look at them. God forbid you look at the instructions, right? I think I had the easiest in my sibling group. I think there was just always someone else having something going on, so no one really paid much attention. I was that. I wish. I think I was the kid that shit was going on. Sometimes I felt that way. Let's put it that way. Like, sometimes it was definitely other things going on with most of my other siblings. It always feels... I think it felt like it was always the oldest. Like, whatever the oldest was doing, that was what the whole house's focus on was at the time. And if you were a youngest, you kind of just got to fly under the radar and do whatever you wanted. If you were of the current, group that was through. Because all my siblings are so spread out. My 2 older sisters one of them has a kid older than me. I don't know how old they are. They're much older than me. 13 years and 17 years older than me, I think. I don't know. We don't speak. Orange. 100% right. It's real weird. Now my mom's rhetoric is, well, if you're going to be a bad mother, I'm like, what did that mean? I just don't want kids. My mom was like, if you have sex and get pregnant, I don't care what happens, you will have that baby. And I was like, okay, no thanks. I'm like, no kids for me, no thank you. And she's like, grandbabies, yeah, that's... Please don't have kids just because of that, please. Oh, God, no. Talking about good news. Ooh, I hurt my back. That's not good news. Helping move a table. Went in and got it checked out. It's fine, just sore, thank God. The doc said the x-ray from today... My x-ray from today and the one from 7 years ago looks like they were taken days apart. No shit? Fuck yes. And you have degenerative disc disease? That's a fucking win. That's amazing. I was going to say, like, literally being like someone who doesn't have anything wrong with their back degeneratively, that's amazing. Fuck yeah, dude. Good job. Keep on keeping on. Whatever you're doing obviously is working other than the table. Would you say the Danish logo instructions are far superior to the Swedish IKEA instructions? I'm not even kidding you, David. The moment I opened these instructions, the first words out of my mouth were, IKEA need to take a lesson out of this book. That was the first thing I said. I was like, IKEA needs to do this. This can't be any more expensive. It's still pretty simple, but god damn. They are so well done. It's so easy to follow. Like, it's not stress. That's why I think it's so, like, relaxing. This could be stressful, but it is not. I really only have older cousins. The oldest is 18 years older than me. Damn. And I'm closer to her than I have my own younger 3 years brother. Damn. Well, that's like I've heard a lot of my friends as they have kids. They're like, well, we want to have like 3 or 4 because we don't want them to be alone. And I'm like, okay, so here's the jam. Here's the jammy jams. I have 8 siblings. And I got the luck of 1 I stay in contact with and get along with. And we are the only 2 who speak. At all. So, I don't think it's like a guaranteed win to like have siblings and just automatically assume your kid's gonna have some friends. They might just have some financial responsibilities they shouldn't have to take care of the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? Or grief and sadness. Whatever. It doesn't, and it's nothing against my siblings. Just we don't have anything in common. Growing up together, blood, none of that means anything. You might just turn into different people. We have nothing in common. It sucks, but it is what it is, you know? It's not a guaranteed friendship kind of thing. It's more just like some family I have to worry about. Don't have to, I do. I mean, it's genetically have to worry about, like my body worries. My oldest brother's 10 years older than me, and my brother below him's 8 years? Damn, did your parents do that on purpose? Like, did they want to have kids spanned out? Or, like, my mom didn't, but she had a lot of fertility issues. She had to, like, she told me she's had over 12 miscarriages in the course of trying to have my sister and I. That's why we're so far apart. Sad. I haven't done crap. I keep saying I need to exercise more and stuff. I mean, maybe it's like diet and stuff though. Honestly, like replacing collagen and all that stuff is really important for cell turnover and overall health. That could be it too. I refuse to give my brother money. He's always on the new project that doesn't go anywhere. I have a brother like that, but it's like my parents are constantly bailing him out of jail. And I just feel that's the only time he calls them. Is literally like he's in jail again. And he's the one who has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. And that's the only time he calls, is if he's in jail for some stupid reason and needs to be bailed out. And I just feel terrible for my parents because they did want grandkids. And it's like the one that gave them all the grandkids is the fucking fuckety uptest of all the fucked upness. He's like the dead middle child. Not that that means anything, just in terms of age and stuff. He's 4 years older than me. But yeah, I think they've finally gotten to the point where they're gonna stop doing that. Because he doesn't go to jail for anything like super serious. He goes to jail because his wife, I guess, is insane. And she will call him and say, we don't have any money. The kids are starving. So he'll come over with food, and then she'll call the cops and say he's being violent or something. And none of us know if he is or not. I don't think so, because I've never seen him be violent around his children, but I don't know. You can't judge from the outside in, you know? And then he'll get arrested and go to jail. And it's just like, but if your baby mama called you and said all your girls are starving and there's no food, like, how could you not go bring them food? I would too. I don't know what to do if I was him. But he won't, like, tell my parents any details about, like, where they are or anything so they could help the kids. Like, it's just always this immediate, like, I need to get out or I need money for something immediate. It's not like, well, like, let us be a part of your life and help you indefinitely. It's just always, like, this emergent and then cut off. He literally just, like, goes cold on him, changes his phone number, gets a new burner or something. I feel bad for my parents in that sake. That does suck. And I feel bad for the kids, honestly. They weren't really given a fighting chance. And they are really smart, though. They've kind of beat the odds, which is wild. Yeah, like me and my brother don't hate each other by any sense of the word. We just don't really talk because we're quite different now. That's exactly me and most of my siblings. Literally exactly Maz. Like my sister and I, Sarah, we are very alike. Like we have the same music taste. We both love to travel. We both love food. We like cooking. Well, she likes baking. I like to eat. But we have like we're close enough that we're both of the age of like memes and the internet, so we can do that. Whereas like most of my siblings are like Facebook era. They're still trying to like buy Tupperware on Facebook. So we just don't have anything in common, but I don't hate them. I pity some of them, but I don't hate them at all. Just nothing in common. And there's nothing wrong with that. Blood doesn't mean you have to like force yourself to be miserable around people. I firmly believe that. That's called adulthood. We have to put it on the ball. I'm nervous. Oh, wait. I got to make 2 of these and then put it on the ball. All right. 1. I think those come later. I am on 82. Good call. 82. Thank you, BDO, for posting that. Yeah, if anybody's wondering what I'm working on, it's this BB-8 behind me, and it's got like a functioning lighter in its belly and stuff. We're just, I guess you build it from the core up. I've never built a set before, so this is very new to me. But this is like the core that we built mostly last Saturday. And this is the piece I just did. It's just a belly side, I think. It's just a whole lot of tiny, flat, little layering pieces. And now I get to make another. And another one. Yay. The last step for that is 150. But then it says times 2, so now I have to go back to the beginning of it and do another one. Have to, you know. The first step's 131 for the piece I just made, if anybody cares. Step 1 is just, you'll need this. That's fucking funny to me. It's just the Danes and Swedes engage in friendly sibling rivalry. This is true. Friendly, not like the US. We are not that piece. I need the shorter one. This guy. And the red piece. There's a fly in my house that keeps coming over to my desk, and I just want to kill it. My bong water must smell good or something. It's fucking gross. Gross. My brother always got money from my parents too, of the I need help or have this grand idea. Until he wanted to take money my parents put away for his kids for college. Oof. Wound up sending his lawyer a written letter to my mother days after she came out of surgery, which is the only reason he knew our address. Said he was going to send flowers. Oh, that's dark. I feel your pain, though. I have siblings who have done frightfully similar things. And it's just like, it's especially like, do you ever feel weird because you grew up with them? Like, you remember them young, you know, and kind of like a child. And to watch them as adults just be like straight up evil. I'm just like, what happened? I remember when you shit your pants and hid it. Like, what happened? It's very weird. Something happens. I went to college and then it was like, everybody went nuttos. I live fly can only mean one thing. Not enough toxic spiders in the house. Oh my God. So you remember all those baby spiders that birth, like it's local spiders, not my pets. Just some jumping spider laid eggs in my house and a bunch of babies birthed and I put them outside. So I think a couple got stuck in the house because they're microscopic. There's no fucking way I could catch all of them. And I saw a jumping spider on my window the other day who was like 1/8 of a centimeter. I mean, he was real tiny, but bigger than the babies. And he had gotten a fly and was like on the window holding it in his teeth. And I sat there mentally and high-fived him. I was like, yeah, you keep getting them. You can stay if you do that. Said the spider to the fly, right? Bolfy, I gave him to the local pet store. I'm very fortunate to have a few pet stores in my area that are not like Petco or PetSmart or any of those chain stores. They're privately owned exotic shops. So they have a lot of bizarre things. They sell tarantulas of all kinds and stuff like that. And when my first one had all those babies, I went to the store and was like, yo, could you sell these? And he was like, absolutely. I didn't even want any money for them. I was like, please just take them. Because it was literally 40 times 3, 120-ish, because I didn't count them. It's just on average how many babies they have. 120-ish deadly pinky nail sized scorpions in one container. I did not want. I don't care. It was a favor. But yeah, people like to raise them. To each their own. Not my thing. I still have one, and she hasn't had babies in over a year, so I think she's done. I think she's just, like, living her best life in retirement now. She just eats and chills. We've adopted his ex and take care of his kids. Oh, my mom, their grandma, does so much for them, and she's happy to do it. My parents tried to do that so much for my brothers. I think they're still married, technically. They tried, but he, like, hides them. It's really weird. He's very prideful. I think it's a lot of, like, he feels like he's failed in life or something and he doesn't want us to see, but like it's so bizarre because he was raised with us and raised the same way I was. Like, my parents don't give a fuck. They don't think there's such thing as success. They don't care like what your life looks like. They just want you alive and happy. My parents are very like not judgy like that in most ways, and it's weird that he just hides from them like they are that way. Like, he makes it out to be like that they are, and all of us are like, you're just being a fucking idiot. I have very little sympathy when he acts that way. It's just childish. I'm like, you're just being an idiot. This is not high school. I saw a spider in my bathroom nomming on a silverfish. Hell yeah. Yep. I see him in the windows getting flies every once in a while. Flies that like get in when I open the door, little bastards. And I cheer him on. I'm like, you do you, boo. As long as you keep doing that, you're welcome to stay. If I find you in my bed, however, we're going to have a conversation that's not as pretty because I don't have pants on. That's my sacred place. There are no spiders in my bedroom. Hi, Brittany. How are you, love? You want these baby scorpions? They'll rock you like a hurricane. Don't touch. Hi, Music Man. How are you? Oh, Music Man. It's very fun. I would say do it if you can. Whenever you can. The chain stores, oh my god. They don't even know what to do with like the most basic species you see dying in those stores from like lack of care. I don't think those stores should sell live animals. I've gone to those stores every once in a while, like last minute to get dog food or a dog treat or a dog bowl or something. But animals shouldn't be retail. Like the stores I go to, these exotic stores, it's basically a hobbyist who also sells out of the back of his house and turned it into a shop. That's basically, but they're beautiful. I mean, they're very professional inside. They're not actually out of someone's back garage, but you know what I mean? So you can tell the animals, regardless of whether or not they sell, they're being loved and cared for every moment of every day. And that's the only place I would ever patronage? Patronage? I don't know. The word, you know. You know what I mean. Legos. Oh, I've been smoking wedding. What is it? Yes, I have been smoking. If you'd like to cheers, I'll join you. Wedding cake. It's very smooth. And very high functional. It doesn't feel sleepy at all, which is nice. I don't know. It doesn't say if it's classically an indica or a sativa. Not that that really matters anymore. I don't know. Yeah, it just says wedding cake. But it's very smooth, and I don't feel sleepy or like heavy-lidded or anything. And you know that's my least favorite. Need to finish a project before I can have fun this weekend. It's due Monday, and I'm only about 3/4 the way through. Do it. Get the fuck on it. Fun is just around the corner. Is it sativa? I always love any strain that has wedding in it, like wedding anything. There's a lot of strains that will just have the word wedding in them. Usually means that strain is like a parent. I'll always get it. That or Cinderella strains. I love them. Cindy White is the one we usually see around here, but Cinderella strains are fucking fabulous. In general, like if I see Cindy in the name, I'll be like, oh, bitch. I'm gonna get that. They're just nice, high-functioning strains. I like strains that don't make me sleepy, for the most part. But I think everybody's different. You can't really generalize the effects of weed. You know? Wedding cake? Oh, I don't think I've had wedding cake. What is this one? Oh, this is wedding cake. I don't feel sleepy from it. No shit. Oh, dude, I don't feel sleepy from it ever. And that's a really good point made. Weed is totally individualized. I think it's really just your body and what it does with the weed. Maybe sleepy stuff makes me hyperactive because I'm ADHD. Who knows? I'm totally speaking out my ass. I don't know if weed works that way with ADHD. Please listen not to me. I don't know. I'm speaking out my ass. If I could fart, I would. Indica couch. Yep. That's usually what I use as a representation when people ask, like, what's the difference between indica and sativa? It's the best way to remember it. I'm normally an indica fan, but not because I want to be sleepy. I just like strains that I don't need to be any more hyperactive than I am. I've never had a strain that did that. But when they're like, yeah, it makes you really energetic and creative and lively, I'm like, no, I got that. I'm good. Like, I'd like to take the sharp edges off of that. So I tend to go hybrid or indica, but wedding strains are great. I like them. Where are those little green fucks? Tiny green piece, where are you? They're here. I'm an idiot. I've concluded that the dream flavored Coca-Cola does indeed taste like Swedish Fish and Coke. Wait, what? Can you elaborate on that one for me? Dream flavored Coca-Cola. The flavor of it is dream. Wasn't there a law against like naming food non-food names because it confuses people? I do. I have little bowls everywhere. Yes, I have one little bowl for, you know, I had them separated. The two little, my dog just shocked the shit out of me. The two little baggies, I have this little bowl, and then I'm actually have my cauldron. And then the pieces that are bigger, I have color-coded, organized all over my desk. As you do. I've never seen that before. I love sour candies. I'm much more of a crunchy person when I'm stoned, though. Like, if I'm laying in bed stoned watching a movie, I want, like, like pretzels or peanut M&Ms or something crunchy. That's like my stoner treat of choice. The flavor is dream, just like the other flavor, space. Tastes like raspberries. But is it, wait, it's Coke, or is it a totally different drink just like under the Coca-Cola brand? Because I'm imagining like brown raspberry. It just, like the color of Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? It is. So it is Coke with the added flavor. And you said it tastes like fucking Swedish fish. I don't know how I feel about that. How do you feel about that? Is it just too... I don't know if those two flavors will like meld in my mouth. And I used to drink Coke with a straw of not a Twizzler straw, a red vine straw. Like I'm into a red vine straw when I was a kid. But I don't know about Swedish fish. Interesting. Huh. Very true about the individual experience of weed. I had a friend who would fall asleep whenever he smoked, and the strain was irrelevant. I asked him if he'd tried a vape, and he said he felt like he'd wake up on the floor in a puddle of drool, right? And that's like, it's like me in edibles, like a microdose of Canyon's 2.5 milligram sucky candies put me into outer space. Like I am Sailor Jupiter at that point. However, I can eat 100 milligrams of a chocolate bar. Nothing. Felt nothing. Didn't, could have operated heavy machinery. Yeah, I think it's super individualized how your body reacts to certain strains. And the reason indica and sativa and all that were named that way, like, you know, originally was the plants are visually different and genetically different. There is a sativa plant and an indica plant that is the cannabis plant. Sativa plants tend to be really tall and yellower and skinnier, like yellow-green and skinnier. And indica plants tend to be shorter, fatter, like a shrub, and darker sometimes, like dark bluish, purplish kind of leaves and stuff like that. And the reason that we had like the indica couch, saying, I don't know what you call that. There's the fruit fly. Oh no, not today. Why do I smell so good? Did I bathe too much? Was because the indica plant just had it developed when it was mature and you picked it to smoke the buds. It had already developed a very large amount of CBD in the buds, whereas sativa plants do not have the genetics to develop that much CBD, and CBD is actually what puts you into couch. CBD is what like lays you out, the pain relieving effects, shit like that. But if you ever go to a legal dispensary these days, if you get a chance, take a peek-sees. The weed has no CBD in it anymore. There's none. They've bred it out because not many of us are looking to be fucking sleepy and dopey all day anymore. We just want to like take the edge off of reality a bit, or ourselves, whatever. But there's no CBD in weed anymore. You can buy weed that has purposefully been bred to have very large amounts of CBD in it and very small amounts of THC, because some people want that just to sleep and not to get stoned. You can get that, but most of the strains these days, it's zero CBD across the board. They've bred it out of the plant because it's just, we don't want it. It's cool to be dopey every once in a while, but not 24/7. Most of the like high, what would you call that? Super stoners? I don't know. People that get stoned regularly, like functionally, I guess, not just like at a party. There's that meme. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's kind of corny at this point, but it says, you smoke weed at a party, I smoke weed to fold laundry. We are different people. It's that, but less insulting. I don't want to be a dope all day. Like, I don't want to have my eyes heavy and fucking bloodshot, which is what the CBD does. However, if you haven't fucked around with weed, I haven't talked about this in a while. This is a good tip. If you're not like me and you're smoking weed every day and you kind of want to dabble with marijuana, I highly suggest getting some CBD gummies just to have in the house. If you ever get yourself too high, you can't die from getting too high. However, you can get so high that you kind of want to die. You can chew down a couple milligrams of CBD gummies, and the CBD can actually help neutralize the THC head high that's making you kind of panicky and anxious. So even I have a huge jar of Wana CBD gummies in my bedroom. I always have them. I will never not have those because I don't want to be too fucking high. I've never been paranoid, and I don't want to get there. So I just have them, and I always suggest just keeping it around. You never know. Sorry to nerd out, but I don't want people having bad weed experiences. What's the point? You know? Oh, this is the one I assembled before. Green outs are weird as fuck. I've only done it a couple times in my life. What happened to you when you, like, do you remember it? Like, viscerally? I kind of do. I mostly just remember, like, how it affected my motor skills. Not well. Oh my god, certain asteroids smell like raspberry? That's amazing. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Ike. That's crazy. I prefer the Space Coke. I like raspberry over a Swedish fish drink. I keep thinking it's going to be chunky. I have a great stoner sack. KFC biscuit. If it's cold, microwave it for like 15 seconds. And peanut butter. Bitch, throw some honey on there and I'd sit on its face. Although my drunk snack of choice is cheesy garlic bread made out of whatever bread and cheese I can find. Mine is French fries. From anywhere. A trash can. A hobo's mouth. French fries. Salty. Oh yeah. Hard. The moment beer touches my mouth, I'm just like, anybody got French fries? Or chips? Instantly. I need to salt. It's probably because I don't drink, so my body's like, hey, we're dying. Eat salt. Fritos chili cheese flavor. Wait, that's not a new flavor chip. Wait. Is it a Lay's chip that's flavored like Fritos chili cheese? Or because the Fritos chip, the chili cheese Fritos are fucking amazing. I've been eating those since I was in high school. I used to eat literally a bag of those and a Diet Pepsi for lunch in high school. Don't do that. It's unhealthy. But I used to do that every day. I'm here today. Woo! French fries and vinegar. Go fuck yourself. Oh, yeah. That place I was talking about earlier, Pendragon. I don't know if you were here. We were talking about just food, delicious foods. And there was this burrito place in my college town. And it was called ClassyKatie. And they served burritos literally as big as a newborn fetus, if not bigger. It was insane. But they had one really good burrito there. And it was I think it was just called like the fish burrito or captain's burrito. But it was a layer of like fresh shredded cabbage. I know this is going to sound crazy. And then some sort of sauce. I don't remember what it was. And then fried fish, like some sort of like cod or something. And then I think there was some fried potatoes in it. And then they put vinegar. So it was like everything. And they were open till 2 a.m. So once the bars started doing last call at 1, we'd all be stumbling down the road to ClassyKatie because we knew it would be open for at least one more hour and we could get that fucking burrito. And there'd be like 3 of us with one of them because the burritos were so big. Like I could never fucking finish a whole one. Even if I tried, I would get like maybe like that. No, it's not going to happen. I don't have that much torso. 3 of us just sitting there like nomming off it because you could fit 3 mouths on the burrito at one time. That's how fucking they're just... Maybe 2. Definitely 2 mouths. Maybe 3 mouths. It was insane. But it just hit every fucking note. God, they were good. It closed because of COVID, sadly. You know, college kids not going to college. Imagine. Your link isn't loading for me. Hold on. It's just a white page of nonsensical nonsense. Oh, here's a better one. Lay's announces new chip mashup. Okay, so it literally is Lay's chips that are... No. I don't know how I feel about that. Why not just get Fritos? Am I crazy? Why not just get a Frito? They're better. What's happening? A chip tastes flavored like another chip? Who can afford a chippy these days? I heard they're kind of like, why are they so expensive right now? It's gone, Crimson. I know. My sister told me that. It literally, like they announced they were closing a couple months ago, but they just closed recently. Because all the college students weren't going to class during COVID. And I imagine, I mean, that place wasn't that expensive. So I imagine they kind of survived off of the college clientele and it was all gone. So they went under. Very heartbreaking. They were amazing. I mean, I could talk about them all day. The size of the burritos alone, they were huge, like American big, but they were delicious. Like they weren't big just for big's sake. It wasn't like you were getting a 2-pound baby of refried beans with a sprinkle of cheese on it. No, they had quality fucking dank ingredients. They made their own tortillas. But it was pretty reasonable. Like that burrito I'm talking about, this big, would be $9, which is pretty expensive for a burrito until you see what you're getting and 3 people can eat it drunkenly in a street and get perfectly fine home. It was kind of the equivalent of like getting a kebab or something and just like fucking nomming it with your hands, stumbling down a road. Kebab, you know? was like that. But they just, it's gone. So sad. I haven't had them in over 10 years, and I can still remember exactly what everything I used to get. Oh, they had a salsa bar. That's what I was going to say. So not only did they have these incredible burritos, they had a huge salsa bar that had at least 12 different salsas on it at all times. They had a couple regulars that would always be there, like a red, a green, and then some like habanero, mango salsa, whatever. But they'd always have all new salsas, and you could just go and fill up a tub endlessly with salsa forever. And they just made them constantly. So we would just sit there, and you would get a tray, cover your tray in little cups of every salsa they had, and then sit there with your burrito that took 2 hands to hold. And you could just pour a little salsa, get one bite. Pour a little salsa, get one bite. And every bite would be different because of all the salsas. I'm having a little bit of a moment. I'm really sad that place is closed. Sad. I don't live there anymore, though, so it's not like I could go. But I do miss it. I'm almost done with this duplicate piece. Because they're on potatoes instead of corn, I like it better. All right, that's personal preference. I get that. I love a corn chip. I think I like corn chips better just because they're like more substantial. I love me any kind of crispy fried potato product. You know me, Vile. If it's crispy, it's fried, and it's potato, I will put it in my mouth. But corn chips, I don't know. I love them. I love Fritos. Those chili cheese dog Fritos are so good. What are the ones that are spiral? They're like honey barbecue or whatever. I used to have a bag of those or the other ones, the chili cheese fries, every day for lunch in high school with a Diet Pepsi. Every day. Bet my breath was fucking great. Did I mention I was stoned out of my mind? That probably did it too. I almost lost my little cauldron. I need a dark gray circle thing. Yes. Je te schmoove. This one. Shush, can we shush? Can we not? Shut up. Not today, my son. Today is a day of reverence for our Lord, Satan Christ. Hallelujah. See, it stopped. We rever. I found dogs are like children. Sometimes you can just confuse them into silence. It's my favorite. Muddy Buddies are so fucking good. I didn't have my first Muddy Buddy until I was 30. Didn't even know they were a thing. I'd never seen them before in my life. I don't know how I'd miss out on those. If you've never had a Muddy Buddy, it's I guess you can make them at home too. They're called something else. But it's like a Chex. It's like Chex Mix, but it's peanut butter chocolate and like powdered sugar, so they don't stick together. They're like coated in powdered sugar. They're fucking sex dream in your mouth. Oh my god. I don't buy them because I will eat all of them and get diabetes immediately. No jokes against diabetics. Shit is fucking horrible. For real, that's how I feel. Like, I would not stop. I can't. They're so good. And they're so perfect little small pop in your mouth size. And they're crunchy, but kind of like I don't know. They're everything. Really good stoner snack. Stay away from them. The corkscrew. Yeah, right. Vile. Oh, fuck off, dude. Those are so good. I haven't had those in years, but they are some of my favorite chips ever. They're so tasty. I know, I'm sorry. I really love salt. D2 season 69. Did I tell you, BDO, I figured out what was wrong with mine? So I'll probably be on, like, I'm doing that stuff at Scott's house tomorrow, the hot sauce stuff, but earlier in the day, I'll probably be fucking around in it. If you're on, hit me up. Because I figured out why it wasn't working on stream and stuff, so I'm going to be able to have it on much better quality and everything. I figured, okay, good. I wasn't sure. I was really out of it this morning. I hadn't had any caffeine yet. My nose itches so bad. Why? Lime Tostitos? I don't know how I feel about that. Funyuns are delicious. Crimson, if it was in Bellingham, it was the same place. There was not one other place in Bellingham that did burritos. There's a couple other Mexican places. I can't remember the name of the place down in the water. Jalapenos? There's jalapenos, but that's more of like the sit down, get like the big plates of, your in general Tex-Mex kind of food with a hippie twist. ClassyKatie was the only place that did the burritos, so it's definitely, we're talking about the same place, and it closed, and we can be heartbroken together. But I was talking about it earlier. If you remember the potato burrito, or if you'd ever had it, apparently you can find the recipe for the sauce online, and I definitely want to look it up eventually. Because that sauce was the only reason that potato burrito was worth anything. It was so good. Orange. Reindeer chow, Chex Mix with other things and coated in white chocolate. Oh, yum. That sounds amazing. It made me burp. It's the peanut butter and chocolate Chex Mix. Is that what it's... I think they call them Muddy Buddy, though. It says Muddy Buddy on the package if you buy it. Doesn't it? I think people call it puppy chow if they make it at home. David, yes, I finally got it to download. So I wasn't able to... I didn't... Well, I probably was able to. I didn't stream on Wednesday because I started the Destiny download first thing before I went to bed Tuesday night. And when I woke up the next morning, it was literally only 30% done. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I was tweeting. I was like, guys, it's almost done, almost done. And it literally just restarted out of nowhere. And I got so infuriated, I just gave up on the day and like went into a cleaning coma. And then yesterday, I wake up after it had already been 100% downloaded on my PC, confirmed by me with my eyes at 8 p.m.-ish. I turned on my computer, restarted downloading from 0%. I shit you not, at 7 a.m. And I was just like... Like, what the fuck do you do? Rage. Senseless rage. But it finally downloaded. However, I tried playing it yesterday, and it was real choppy, and we had a lot of screen tearing shit going on. And I had, like, chat was helping me a lot, thankfully. But we had knocked all the settings down to where it was looking like the original Halo 1. Like, we were making jokes about how it looked like, Oblivion. It looked terrible, and it still was just not... It looked fine to me, but, like, only the game would get all choppy and gross for you guys, even though I was dropping no frames, and my face would be fine. Like, the little face cam, no drop frames or anything. It was real weird, and I figured it out. It's the resolutions were different. The game I had on, like, 2054 by something? 1040 or... 1040... 5000s. They were different. So I fixed it. So next week we're going to be able to play Destiny, and I'm very excited. But tomorrow, I won't be on my stream. I know I keep saying this, but people pop in and out, and I don't want people to miss it because it's going to be fun. I'm not going to be on my stream tomorrow. However, I will be live. I will be on Zach's stream. So you got to follow twitch.tv/Ezekiel_I. Ezekiel3. We are doing, if you've ever seen Sean Evans' The Hot Ones Challenge on YouTube, we will be gleefully participating in that hellscape. But not for no reason. Zach and his community raised over $30,000 for charity, which is phenomenal amount of money to come from, us nobodies on the internet, the creepy internet people, as my mom would say. And that's just crazy cool. So among a lot of other things he did and is still yet to do because of the charity, this is one of them. So at 1 p.m. Mountain Time is when it's starting. I don't know how long it'll be. Depending on how much Scott cries. I don't know if Bree brought enough tissues. Like, it'll be weird. But thank you, Vile. That is Zeke's channel. Please give him a follow. That's where I'll be live. And give him a follow anyways. He's dope. He's the man who I live with. I touch his penis with my mouth. Which should say a lot. He's a pretty dope dude. Has a funny stream. Streams into the evenings. So if you got nothing to do, that's something to do. And he also has no qualms about you silently masturbating to his stream on your own. Which, like... is arguably pretty dope. Again, though, we take no responsibility for broken keyboards and so forth. Pendragon Scott got me some. He actually came in a stream the other day and asked if the time was okay, which whatever. Time doesn't really matter to me. You're going to hurt no matter what. But he asked if the time was okay. And then he asked if I'd what kind of ice cream I wanted. Chocolate. I'm honestly, I don't know. There are a couple hot sauces in there that no one in the world is calm while eating. There are a couple hot sauces I know for a fact I've had them before. They're the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. But for the most part, I can handle pretty fucking hot shit. I enjoy hot sauce. So, I don't know. We'll see. Da bomb's gonna hurt. I'm gonna hurt. Like, there is a breakdown point. I just don't know where it's gonna be. If it'll be before Da Bomb or just Da Bomb. Da Bomb ruins everyone forever. I might actually insist we do that one last. I'm gonna ask Scott, because it's not technically on the Scoville scale the hottest, but it ruins anything you eat after it because the flavor is so horrific. I kind of want to taste whatever comes after it. Because again, I kind of like hot sauce. Beware the beard. That shit gets everywhere. Chimera, we only have one bathroom. That's my concern right now. I don't remember what intestinally happened to me the last time I did this. It was a lot of years ago when I lived in Baltimore. But Zach and I have one bathroom. So we'll see. I'm gonna get Pepto. I know that. Maybe that's when I'll start my TikTok career. It'll be from the toilet. Just making raps about Da Bomb hot sauce. Da Bomb is there by design. It's so bad. It has to be because they never get rid of it, right? It's the only hot sauce that stays forever. Like as a meme at this point. But not a meme because it breaks anybody. David, have a beautiful day. Be safe. Don't forget to brush your teeth. And I will see you on Tuesday, maybe. If you got free time, stop by. But I won't. Or tomorrow if you want to come watch us eat hot sauce. But just not here. I don't want anyone. I mean, I'll host it, so it's not like people will be lost forever. But you know, I feel bad when people are like, I went to your channel and sat there for 4 hours and nothing happened. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. We made them both. Holy shit, and we did it in good time. Hell yeah. Dust. Oh shit. Those pieces actually don't hold on very well. I've knocked them off a couple times. I gotta be more gentle. They're like this guy. It's just got one weird hollow hole, and they just don't stick very well. But I think it's because I'm gonna push these together on that fucker. Yay! Fire breathing. There is. Scott has. I don't know if it's an actual board game or what he has prepared, but he has some sort of horrible interview questions for us to do while we do the hot sauce stuff. Absolutely, yes. I know him and Zach were talking about it, so I know it's real. I just don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm nervous, but I don't know. Depends on how nice Scott's feeling, I think. Okay. I see how they did it. So they're putting it on the little side dicks, yeah? Yeah. What hold is it? Oh my god, okay. These are, like, who invents this shit? What a fun job they probably have, right? Oh my god. I'm not nervous, you are. Don't look at me. Don't look at my hands! That's amazing! It just did it! It did it. It just did it. Fuck, that was well done. Fire breathing from the asshole, or like peeing out my butt and just crying, wishing I had an ice pick to end myself, and Zach crying because he doesn't want me to have an ice pick to kill myself. It's gonna be a mess. I'm thrilled. Oh, did I move that out of your view or did my camera move? Who knows? I'm just plugging her in, but it really did go on quite smoothly. I'm pretty impressed. Click, bitch. Dude, I've never been one to seek out ASMR. However, Lego ASMR might get me. Oh my god, it was one of those pieces again. It's the same piece. I did it again. Where'd it go? You bastard! You killed Kenny! Fuck my ass. Where'd it go? Those things are little bastards. Oh. Fuck. Found it. It's fine. Everything's fine. We didn't break it. They are very delicate, though. Delicate. You bastards. That was not the right piece. Shit farts. Oh my god, did it break off inside? I bet it did. I kind of flicked it inside. Isn't she lovely? It's fine. Just ignore me. I'm your streamer for the day. Welcome to it. Michael, tell Zach that I'm okay. I just got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes among a shitload of other stressors, and I had a mental break. I spent the night in the ER, but I'm okay. Oh my god. Michael, I will absolutely tell him that. Thank you for letting me know. Jesus Christ. I'm glad you're okay. God. The acid in orange juice cuts the oil in hot sauce. Is that real? I've watched a lot of episodes of Hot Ones and no one's done orange juice yet. Sorry, this is so delicate. I'm very anal. She said anal. God damn, that's satisfying. Congratulations, you played yourself. Heyo. Metformin sent me a big downward spiral and I lost 20 pounds in a week. Oh my God. Holy shit. I'm so glad you got help. That's fucking terrifying. That is fucking horrifying. I'm so glad you're okay and you got into the hospital because that's some scary bullshit. Jesus. Was it a new med or something like that? Or was it just like the Satan's luck? Not that any of it's good, but god damn. That's bullshit. Look at that. It's starting to look like a little BB-8. With, you know, kind of, whatever. Shut up. I get to use little plates now. What you want? And little round gray pieces. This one? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So many tiny pieces. I really, like, I wish I could just get someone to come over to my house and set up a nice camera for me to do, like, macro shots of shit. It's so fucking complicated. And I don't have it, and it sucks when you do shit like this, because no one can see what the fuck you're doing. Someday, when I'm rich and famous, I'll fly Safi over, and I'll be like, help me, beautiful woman. She'll be like, who are you? She'll hit me in the face, and we'll be friends forever. It'll be real. Those. The fuck is that piece? Oh my god, that's a weird looking piece. That one looks like it's on accident, but it's not. It's not the right piece. Oh, it's too... Oh. I get it. It's fine, don't worry about it. Uh-oh. Just kidding. Love pre-panicking, that's my favorite. This must be like a button plate or a chest plate. Just like aesthetics. He is. He's almost a full ball. He's got his guts. Unfortunately, I think if I turned him on, he'd be in pain. I don't really know how that works, but I wouldn't. But we're getting there. Ooh, that's a weird piece. Oh, you're putting it upside down. Oh, we flip over. Okay, we flip over. And it's going to be like, meow. I love that they have the pictures so well oriented, so you know how to hold the piece while you, like, put pieces on. That helps me a lot. The orientation of it in space. I don't know. That wouldn't come naturally to me. I'd be very, like, help. Yep, it's a plate. All right, where's he going? So it sits like, meow. Meow. Like crystalline. I'm even looking at the right ass. Yes. Nerves. Shut up. It's like a... You can do it, and then this little... Oh, I made things. cute. These are fucking crack. Not literally, you know what I mean? Next faceplate. Circle? Yeah. I know. That little lighter is so like... Hey guys. Apparently, well, it's a torch, right? Because he's a welder. Theoretically, it's a torch, but it's precious regardless. It's so cute. Lil White Square. Oh my god, Pendragon, I'm gonna be honest, someone's probably figured it out and it's probably incredible. People are so goddamn creative. I've run into so many amazing YouTube channels where I'm just like, why'd you think of that before me, you bastards? But I'd be afraid. All that plastic? How? It'd have to be so far from the body. Maybe if it like shot straight away from the BB-8, that'd be pretty funny. Like a legit torch. That's dangerous. You can tell I don't have kids by the things I laugh at. Lights. Mira, red. Oh god. Oh god. Jesus, why do you taunt me? Oh, because you're an idiot, Katie. You're not an idiot, Katie. Don't feel that bad. It's fine. Orientation's everything. What time is it? Oh my god, I don't even have that screen up, BDO. Thank you for the reminder. I should look at that. We should probably take a break. Probably. I was kind of like, not rushing, but I just wanted to at least get this bag done before I had to go see the movie. I don't like leaving a bag, like chilling, you know? But I think honestly, we got plenty of time. This bag wasn't too intense. The inner guts were way more intense than this. The inner guts made me nervous. I'm just going to finish this step and then we'll take a break. Good idea, though. I get sucked in. This shit's addicting. In a good way, though. I don't feel bad. I feel like it's fun. In like a not sinning. Maybe. BB-8 would be a total sinner. I could see it. Squeaky! Thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a native swings, and saying thank you to Kelty Wolf for your gifted sub. I appreciate you, love. It's good to see you as well. Do you like my BB bulb? Look at his guts. I kind of want to make tiny little Polly Pocket people and put them inside to scare people when they want to look. That'd be weird. That might be taking it far, right? Not far right, but like far, correct? Cute! Amazing. All the little things that are moving inside of my BB at this moment are pretty fucking cool. That side is what I just made. Just little tiny lights and stuff. And then that's the guts that we did last weekend. And then these. That's the other side. That's the spinning side, yeah? Did a red light fall off that? Or did it even have a red light? It didn't have a red light, just kidding. Ignore me. The streamer. It's fine. Lizzie! Enjoy your dinner, I love you. Let's cheers to Lizzie. Cheers, my love. It's only taking it too far if you don't also source a computer brick so they can control BB-8, Katie. Okay, cool. All right, I'm down. I mean, part of them's probably equal to a Polly Pocket, if you know what I mean. Hello. Oklahoma. All right, all my other pieces are extras, I guess. You go to the spares bag. Dude, I'm glad I was able to get one bag done. I don't want to start a new bag because I do not have enough time to do another bag before I have to take off. Go see a cool movie. But I'm glad. I mean, I feel like I'm moving a lot faster. Last weekend I was really scared and just nervous. Didn't want to lose pieces. I am clumsy and tend to break things. You know, the whole package of fuckery, but that's pretty dope. It's starting. It looks so like cylindrical. I'm into it. It looks nice. I'm very happy. These are fun. I highly suggest anyone try one out. Try building a little Lego kit. These are pretty thrilling. Side note, I'm 34 years old. These are meant for children, I think. So if you're like, I'm an adult, fuck it. Adult is a mindset, you boring turd. Doesn't have an age. Does it have an age on the box? It says 10 to 16. Who here has the maturity level over a 10-year-old? Put your hand down. Stop lying. I gotta mark my page. Now we take break and I can move this stuff. I have a safe place I'm putting BB-8 so the dogs and no one can get it fucked with until it's done. Oh my god, Rin, why are you not building Lego? It's so much fun. Are they Proud Boys because they appeal to a demographic of older children, younger teens, mid-teens that can be groomed by them into alt-right online ideology? All of that is things they're doing, but I don't think it's with the Proud Boys name. I have no idea where that name came from, and none of it makes sense. I forgot you're moving. Fuck. Shit. Balls. That took no time at all to completely space out on the new house, huh? Katie! Is that a whip? It's a little dummy. All right. All right, break time. Stand up. Pee your pants, stretch your dicks, get some water, load a bowl. I'll be back in a few minutes and we can chat for a bit before I take off for the day to go do a movie. And then again, I am not here tomorrow. I am on Ezekiel_III's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ezekiel_III, eating really bad hot sauces and probably crying. I'll be back.